Hi there, and welcome to today's vlog. If you've been following my vlogs recently, you'll know that we're looking at the theme of Advent and using an Advent acrostic. In other words, the 6 letters of the word Advent to try and tease out the heart and some of the meaning of Advent, the Advent season, which is an important period in the Christian church as they run up the preparation for Christmas. So we've looked at the letter A, anticipation, D, deliverance, V, venue, and you can go back and look at any of those vlogs if you missed them. So we're on to the second half of the word Advent, ENT, which is, if you're a medical person, you might immediately think of ear, nose and throat. Well, we're not going to use those words. So what does E stand for? E, the word I've chosen is enlightenment. And the theme of light is a very powerful one. One of the things that I used to love doing as a child, and in fact still love to do, is at this season of the year to walk around my local community and look at the lights that are in many of the houses, the homes around, to see a light shining in a time when it's dark is a wonderful thing, and it makes such a difference, doesn't it? And one of the verses that's often quoted at this time of the year, a reading that's often used in carol services, for example, comes from the prophecy of Isaiah. And in Isaiah chapter 9, verse 2, we read these words: "The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of deep darkness, a light has dawned." And when you think about how we are as a society, what's happening in our nation, in the nations, so many things that seem to be so dark and dismal and dismaying, and what a time we live through. So how important it is that in this darkness we see a light. And Isaiah, speaking hundreds of years before the birth of Jesus, was prophesying that time when God would fulfill his promise, send the Messiah, the great light would come. At the beginning of John's Gospel, John, writing about the Word, which is Christ himself, life itself was in him, and this life gives light to everyone. The light shines through the darkness, and the darkness can never extinguish it. Light is powerful, far more powerful than darkness. All the darkness in the universe could not extinguish the light of one little candle. But of course, we remember in the Gospels, Jesus said of himself, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." So there's the promise. If we walk with Jesus, if we follow him, we're walking in the light. However dark it seems to be around us, however dark our world, our society, our community, even our own lives in some respects, however dark that may seem, if we are walking with Jesus, we're walking in the light. And the amazing thing is not only that Jesus said of himself, "I am the light," but then he said to his disciples, and this is in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 5, "You are the light of the world. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." So Jesus says that he is the light. He is the great light that Isaiah promised or prophesied would come. He comes into the world, and if we walk with him, we walk in his light. But he also wants us to shine with that light of his presence. So as we go about our daily lives, as we go about, maybe go to work, as we go and to the shops, or get on the bus, or meet our neighbours, spend time with our family, that they should see in us something of the light of Christ. So let's speak out those words of hope. The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. Let the light of Christ shine ever more powerfully in our time of great need. Let the light of Christ shine in me and shine in you. Enlightenment. May that light be seen this Christmas time. How we need it. God bless you. Thank you so much for listening today.